The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.
Welcome to the David Pakman Show. I think by this point, most of our audience has heard President Barack Obama has won re-election. He won it handily. He won it by the exact margin that one of the three of us predicted yesterday. Which one? We'll talk about that in a little bit. Coming up, Lewis. Stay tuned. You're staying. You're going to be here, obviously. Yeah.
For the whole hour.
So let's start with the very beginning here, ladies and gentlemen. We have overall results here that tell us, number one, President Obama won. Number two, the actual pollsters who were doing legitimate polling were basically right. And those right-wing pollsters who insisted that Pennsylvania and Michigan and Wisconsin and all of these blue states were going to be in play for Mitt Romney were incredibly wrong. What does this tell us about the polling? This has to suggest that next election, hopefully, people will remember. You just can't trust some pollsters. They just aren't right. And you got to stop paying attention to them.
They're going to be there anyway. And because they're so closely associated with certain media outlets that will presumably still be in place or around the next election, it will be unavoidable.
I'm glad Mitt Romney is done and we don't have to deal with the threat of such a vastly incompetent man as the President of the United States. It turns out when you have an illegitimate candidate, the electorate apparently does have a way of shutting that whole thing down.
Thankfully.
Bottom line, Mitt Romney was a losing proposition for Republicans. He was a losing proposition for the country. And unless you believed the nutty pollsters, he never really had a chance, although you certainly don't know that when you're getting all sorts of misinformation from the right, do you?
Not at all. No.
We finally found a house that was too expensive, even for Mitt Romney to buy his way into.
Very funny. Very clever.
I mean, it's better for Romney, honestly. The White House doesn't even have a car elevator, as far as I know.
You could have one installed.
Yeah.